Alright, so basically we have to make it to Zagreb by 6:30 so that I can get on the night train, so that I can get to Zurich, so that I can get to Lausanne tomorrow, so that I don't get fired from my job. We got 3 car rides to the Bosnian border, to the Bosnia-Croatia border. We're in pretty good shape. We have to walk like 1 hour or get a ride, and then we'll be on a bus to Zagreb that will get us there at 5:30, and then the train leaves at 6:30, so we should be okay. Right now, because the last guy wasn't going to Croatia, he was just going to the last town in Bosnia. Shout out to Farudin, he's Swiss, good dude. We're about to attempt to cross the border on foot, and I have no idea like if this is allowed, what they're gonna say to us. They're gonna be like, why are you guys walking? Are they gonna say we can't enter the country walking? Are we about to get denied? I don't know what's gonna happen. The way that this works at this border crossing, it's not like US and Canada or whatever, where you just talk to the country you're going into, but here we have to talk to the Bosnian authorities to, I guess, clear us to leave. And then there's another like booth a little while longer. And then we talk to the Croatian authorities and they decide whether or not we're worthy to enter the country. So I got my passport ready. I'm gonna try to record this, and I just think it's gonna be a really silly experience. So let's see what happens. Yeah, let's hop into the middle right now.
Yeah, look at this dude, he's like, come on. I just wanted to have a good day at work, and like these two is walking up to me.
Yeah. No. Bravo. This is so silly. We're just waiting behind a car. We got the cars behind us now. Bravo. You see there so strong. Yeah. Push it. Hvala, doviđenja.
Hvala.
All right, so that was pretty easy. The guy didn't even say anything, didn't ask anything. He just stamped our passports. But again, that was just to get out of Bosnia. So now we're technically still in Bosnia, but we're in this kind of like no man's land in between the 2 border checkpoints. And we're gonna see if we can now walk into Croatia. There's also some cars we might ask for a ride, which would be cool. So now we have to cross this bridge into Croatia, and I'm definitely hoping that there's like a sidewalk or like some area where we can walk. Imali andu za nju. We hitchhiked today over 3 cars, and I gotta say, I think Bosnia is around the difficulty level of Switzerland. You know, now that we've been actually hitchhiking in Bosnia for a few days to get from place to place, it's not nearly as difficult as Italy or Croatia. So thank you to the good people of Bosnia. So now we're leaving Orašje. So I wonder where I technically am right now. Some nice fields over there. Ça va ou bien? There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. Yo, mec, ça va? Ça va? They've even got nice sidewalks for all of the people who are unfortunate enough to not have a car but still want to cross the Croatian-Bosnian border. So shout out to the good people of former Yugoslavia. I got this bag for Mia in Sarajevo, but don't tell her because she doesn't know yet. Here we have the beautiful Sava River. A nice mud color. Probably not the nicest place to swim.
Is that like a giant animal?
So there's a whole line of cars here. I mean, look at this. Like the toll station, the border crossing is like at least 200 meters away. And there's just a line of cars the entire way. I don't want to wait behind all of these cars, so I think we're just gonna walk right up. There's no way I'm gonna like just stand behind the cars, so we're gonna walk as close as we can, and then hopefully someone will tell us what to do. But we are now in Croatia. Maybe they'll turn us away, but we've made it into Croatia territory. And we almost asked for a ride. We would be still waiting for minutes. And we've crossed back into the European Union. Republika Hrvatska. Okay, here we go. Again, I'm gonna try to record as much as possible. We'll see what happens. Which way do we go? Izvini, gospodine, gdje možemo ići? Pješka. Lijevo. Follow. We're going to the one on the left.
Oh, God.
That's true.
Bro, if we were following, like, if he drove us across the border, we would have missed the bus.
Yeah. Bravo.
Where are you going?
Zagreb. Zagreb. Ali sada idemo do Županja za autobus do Zagreba večeras.
Kao turist.
Turist, ja. Imamo prijatelji iz Bosne.
Poslije gdje idete? Poslije Zagreba?
Zagreb i poslije Švicarska jer ja učim u Švicarsku. Dobro.
Hvala. Šta studiraš u Švicarsku?
Fiziku. Hvala puno.
Hvala.
Bravo.
Hvala. Hvala.
And we are free men in Croatia. Wasn't so bad. He just asked a couple questions. I think once I spoke to him in Bosnian Croatian, he was much more apt to let us in. I mean, he wasn't gonna not let us in, I don't think, but he was definitely much more friendly. Definitely a silly experience. I would recommend crossing a border on foot. You can skip the line. I mean, that was way faster than if we had gone by car. Things to know for travel. Izvini, možeš li nas odvesti do autobusna stanica u Županja? Got a ride to the bus station. Si Bosanci. Šta radiš u Hrvatskoj?
Idem nešto kupit. Ben.
Ti kako je?
Stanko.
Stanko. Prelazili smo granica pješka.
Da.
To je bio smiješno.
Ja sam čekao u koloni i vidim vas da idete pješice.
Ja, brže je tako.
Ovo je Županja.
Ja.
Ovo je trg lopte u Županji.
Yes.
Slikaj loptu.
Yes.
I tu je došla prva lopta na evropski kontinent.
And here, as in many towns in the former Yugoslavia, we have the town's war memorial, and you'll see just all of these young people. 1991, 1992, 1994, 94, 92, 92, 93, 91, 92, 92, 93. And there's 4 full plaques of these. Just commemorating the people who lost their lives. Just goes to show how many people this war really affected. When you see documentaries or when you watch the news, I mean, you see these kinds of things happen, but when you talk to people who it's affected, it just becomes that much more human. We're now 2 kilometers over the Croatian border, and you can, I mean, it just looks completely different from Bosnia. I mean, this feels like it could be in the Netherlands or like somewhere inland in Italy or something. It just feels so Western. I mean, the streets are laid out differently. The sidewalks are, I mean, I don't think they have like tiled sidewalks like this in small towns in Bosnia. I prefer Bosnia. I prefer the architecture in Bosnia. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, Croatia. You're a great country. You have a lot of great things, but I don't know. There's just something more raw about Bosnia. Bro, I think this is the place. So we found the sign commemorating what this dude Stanko was talking about with the soccer. So after the dissolution of the military Bordet, a group of English businessmen came to Županja in 1880 to open a cannon factory. The first football and tennis rackets were also brought to Croatia at that time. All right, so 1880, prva nogometna lopta u Hrvatskoj. So they say that here was the first soccer ball ever in Europe. And the first ever soccer games would have been played on this field. And here I am, now standing on the first soccer field, allegedly, in Croatia. And this dude Stanko, who was driving us, said that this was also the first ball that was used in all of Europe, in all of continental Europe. I don't know how true that is because this only says in Hrvatska, in Croatia. But here's a piece of history. This is the Cooperstown of Croatia, if you will. And now the local team plays here. And there's a nice view of the city. You got some nice colorful buildings. Just think of all the people that have played on this field. 142 years ago, the first game would have been played here.